Welcome to Quick Rip. Big B here with ya. Hope you're doing well out there, fight fans. We're going to talk a little BKFC 30 because the squared circle landed in Monroe, Louisiana over the weekend. Saturday, October 1st, the event went down. I'm going to talk mainly about the co-main and the main event here because we had Ben Rothwell making his bare knuckle debut against Bobo Abanon in the co-main. And then in the main, we had the always dangerous Lorenzo taking on the hometown hero, Quentin Henry. Before we get into it, hey, be sure to smash that thumbs up button, smash the subscribe button, smash it all. Stay up to date here at Bowls, Beers, and Brawls. Let's get into it. So BKFC 30 saw a huge bare knuckle debut from a big MMA name. Big is an understatement when you talk about Ben Rothwell. 292 pounds he weighed in for this heavyweight bare knuckle bout against Bobo Abanon. He absolutely obliterated Abanon in seconds. Official time, I believe they announced, was 19 seconds, including the 10 count. Take it down to 9. Even 9 seconds is long. I swear that was 4-5 second knockout for Big Ben. I mean, it was absolute craziness. I've never seen Rothwell on a tear like that. I mean, he's had some amazing fights. He's had amazing moments in MMA and in his UFC run. But this was absolutely stellar. Absolutely amazing stuff from Ben Rothwell. Can't wait to see what's going to be next for the heavyweight there. Speaking of what's next, I've been looking a little bit at the bare knuckle site. I find their rankings are actually hard to find. There's not one page that I've found just with the rankings. You have to go to individual fighters and then it lists their ranking, which is a little bit of a nuisance. So hopefully they fix that here. But the one name I did come across that I do want to talk about because I think it would be a stellar matchup for Rothwell. Fellow MMA alumni, Alan Belcher. What do you think about that, folks? Let me know down in the comments. If not Alan Belcher, who would you like Big Ben to see, or who would you like Big Ben to fight next when he returns to the squared circle, which in his post-fight interview, he said he basically wants to be booked back in there immediately. So BKFC, let's get on that. Back to Alan Belcher here. He's 3-0 bare knuckle. I think he would be a perfect fucking matchup for Big Ben. He's ranked number 1 currently at heavyweight. So that slides Rothwell right into a title contender shot, basically, which is exactly what he wants. He doesn't want any more fucking warm-up fights. He doesn't want any tune-up fights. He wants to get to the fucking meat. Get rid of the potatoes. Let's get to the fucking meat, he says. Awesome stuff from Ben Rothwell. Like I say, I cannot fucking wait to see what's next. I'm really excited for a potential matchup with Belcher, even though his name hasn't really come up. I don't know exactly what Alan Belcher is up to at the moment. As far as I know, he doesn't have a fight booked. So, hey, we could look into that. Big Ben going straight into a challenge against a former MMA UFC star in Alan Belcher. I think it would be a fantastic fight. Of course, in his last bout, Alan Belcher weighed in about 232. So I don't know if anybody's going to touch the fucking size of Big Ben. I mean, he's not even fat. You know what I mean? He's just a big fucking dude. Just big. That's all he is. And bare knuckle, he is absolutely scary. What's next for Big Ben? I'm saying Alan Belcher. What do you see? Let me know in the comments. On to the main event where we had Lorenzo facing Quentin Henry. That one was for the cruiserweight belt. Quentin Henry, hometown fighter, both on a tear. Lorenzo Hunt was 7 or 8 wins in a row going into that fight, and I believe Quentin Henry was on a 5-fight win streak, or a 3-fight win streak, somewhere along those. Both men going into the fight only had 1 loss on their record. Now, I don't even know what to fucking say about this fight, to be honest, folks. The first couple of seconds, within the first couple of seconds, Lorenzo Hunt charges fucking Quentin Henry. They both kind of go down in a heap. Lorenzo Hunt, you can see him wind up and try and deliver a shot to the downed Quentin Henry. Now, at first, I thought it was over. Quentin Henry laid there like he was fucking dead until they started showing the replays. And during the replays, you can, I don't know. For me, my personal opinion is it was a complete act from Henry. I don't think Lorenzo Hunt actually even landed with that shot when Quentin Henry was down, according to the replays there. From my eyes in the replays, and he certainly didn't land hard enough to knock him completely out. Now, okay, Quentin Henry basically lays there for a while. The doctors come in, check him over, eventually folds to the pressure, and it resumes the fight, basically. I mean, he wanted out of there. He wanted the easiest fucking route. It was probably not his finest moment, to be honest. Now, the fight continues. Quentin Henry did, I'm going to be completely honest, he did much better than I anticipated. I thought Lorenzo Hunt was just going to absolutely walk through him, which didn't quite happen. I mean, Quentin Henry, he surprised me. He's a tough guy. He's a good fighter. But Lorenzo Hunt, in the end, is just on another level from any bare knuckle fighter that I've seen thus far. I don't know who can stop Lorenzo Hunt, because Quentin Henry sure couldn't. It ended up a TKO victory. I believe it was fourth round. I would have to double check that. Third or fourth round it ended. Yeah, a huge hematoma on the side of Quentin Henry's head. I mean, he got beat up and he was done. It was a good stoppage. I'm glad he didn't get back up and try and resume fighting, because he was done. And he seemed okay when he got up. He went and, a little bit of sportsmanship, shook Lorenzo's hand, and they gave a little pat on the backs. And then in the post-fight interview, we got Quentin Henry coming out saying that now he's all mad again, saying, "Oh yeah, well, the only reason he won is because he knocked me out with an illegal blow."
That's fucking weird, huh?
And he's trying to say
Holy
that
shit.
he was completely knocked out, but the doctors let him continue. Come on, Quentin Henry. You need a better fucking storyline than that, buddy, because if you were knocked out unconscious on the canvas there, the fight would have been over immediately. The doctors knew you were fucking faking. Everybody in the building knew you were faking, even though they were your hometown fucking crowd. I mean, this was a worse display than we saw with Aljamain Sterling versus Peter Yan. I don't know. A little bit disgusted with Quentin Henry. I didn't like that at all. It didn't. I don't know. I mean, fighters fight no matter what, and to come up with the story that you were knocked unconscious from that illegal blow that didn't even appear to land. If I'm BKFC, I'm definitely rethinking if I'm signing Quentin Henry to another fight after that display. That's just my personal opinion. That shit doesn't fly with me in combat sports, and it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Congratulations to Lorenzo Hunt, though. Let's talk about him for just a moment, because, like I said, the man is unstoppable. Plays an asshole perfectly, but boy, can he fight. It's just a beautiful thing watching him fight. And realistically, I felt like Lorenzo Hunt didn't even get warmed up in that fight until maybe midway through the second, beginning of the third. And once he did get warmed up and got in that zone, there was no chance for Quentin Henry or any other man standing across from him at 204 pounds. Congratulations once again, Lorenzo Hunt. BKFC 30 is in the books. It was a great night in Louisiana. Big Ben Rothwell. What can you say? Absolutely amazing, and I cannot fucking wait to see what's next. Book him immediately, BKFC. Thanks for joining me. Till next time, everybody, take care and peace.